Hey everybody, I hope this apparatus I have set up doesn't go all to pieces on me, but I'm going to do a potato reveal. And in that green tub I had 3 Charlotte potatoes, potato seed, put in that green tub, filled about halfway full. So I'm gonna... Now the only reason I decided to do a potato reveal, if you watched my last video, I didn't plan on, see if that's set up right, I didn't plan on doing a potato reveal or even digging any of my potatoes for at least, oh, if I could have got away with another 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even longer, I'd have been happy. But I never got that long. Blight hit. I was only, oh, it was only 3 or 4 days ago, 5 days ago, we had a rain come up out of the southwest, and 2 days after that, my potatoes turned black as anything. So today, yesterday and today, I spent all day pulling my potatoes, and the few I had in the tub here, I cut off. You can see I cut them off in the tub, and so I thought I might as well do a potato reveal. These are 3 Charlotte seed potatoes. I think I already said that, but just to double check, and we'll see how it goes. Now you can see, this is a mighty big tub. So I only filled it, see in there, I only filled the tub half full, and we're going to see what it is going to provide for us. In the bottom of the tub, I had cut holes through the bottom so the roots could come down through, and some did come through into the ground. Let's get rid of that tub, and we'll see what we got. Now Charlotte, according to what I hear, is an early variety of potato. Oh, look at there. And over the last 2 days I realized that, let me see if I have a basket here somewhere. I don't even have a bucket to put my spuds in. I'll put them in that little box. But over the last 2 days, oh, that's a beautiful looking potato. Those are pretty. That's a nice size potato right there. Over the last few days, oh, look at them falling out of there. I was digging my potatoes, and I had mentioned on my last video that I thought I would find some mice in my potatoes. I didn't think I was going to find quite so many mice in my potatoes. If anybody's watched previous videos, you know I have a little terrier dog. So me and the terrier dog, in the last 2 days, he was having about the best fun he ever had in his life. He was hunting mice while I was digging potatoes. And out of my potatoes that I had dug, I have at least 3 5-gallon pails full of potatoes that I'm going to have to throw out because of mice damage. I really don't like eating off a potato that a mouse has already ate half of it. So, and that was just of the damaged ones. I'll show you here in a bit how some of the potatoes, oh, they ate half or 3/4 of the potato. So I have 3 5-gallon buckets full of potatoes that were damaged. If I had back all the potatoes that the mice ate, I would probably, on the conservative side, say that I had 3. Oh, there's a seed potato all gone bushy. I had at least 4. That's a nice one. I had at least 4 potatoes, or 4 bucketfuls of potatoes extra if the mice hadn't been eaten. I think what happened, everybody knows that I garden in hay, and I had got there's one of the other seed potatoes. I had got a load of hay from a farmer out the road, and I think when I brought it home it had a load of mice in it. The hay had been taken off the field and sitting in a pile for a while, and I think when I brought the hay home I brought the mice home with me, because they went through and they were living in the pile of hay and heading over next door. They probably thought it was great. The restaurant was right next door, and they were heading over in my potato piece and just eating and having a grand old time. These are panning out quite nice. You never know when you're growing a new potato what they're going to look like, but those are quite a pretty little potato. Now I'm going to try my best to store these. I'm going to store them in a separate location, and I'm going to try my best to store these for next year. These are a variety of potato that we don't see or hear of on the East Coast much. So if I like the potato, which is a nice looking potato, but if I like the potato, I would definitely like to keep some of the seed for future. There's a big old fat worm. Worms are always good. He must have got up into the ground from somewhere. He'll go back out into the garden. Earthworms in a garden. And there's the third seed potato. Earthworms and gardeners must be the best of friends. I like toads in my garden, and I like to see lots of earthworms in the garden. And I try not to harm either. Oh, there's another little one. That's quite a nice little box full of potatoes. I think that might be it. Oh, what a 3 seed potatoes. Anyway, so back to the humble part of gardening. When I was digging the potatoes, I would pull out a potato that was this beautiful potato, and half it was gone. So I'd be right disgusted, and I'd throw that in the bucket, curse the mice a little bit, and I'd throw the half-eaten potato, and then sitting right beside it would be this another beautiful potato without a touch into it. And well, then I'd be all smiles and I'd be happy as anything, saying, "Oh, isn't that a beautiful looking potato?" And then I'd pull out the next one and it was half eaten by mice, and I'd be all disappointed and growly again. And then the next potato beside it would be a big beautiful potato. So that was the cycle I went through for the last 2 days. And the terrier dog, he was sitting beside me and he was just happy, wide open all the time. He had no ups and downs. He was out digging potatoes with his dad and hunting mice, which was one of his favorite things to do, and I was encouraging him to do so, which I don't always. So he had a great time. I think that's it. Well, that's a nice beautiful ground. I'll put that back out into the garden. Might even put that in a pile and save that. So that's from 3 Charlotte seed potatoes, and I'm going to weigh those out and see what we get out of there. I don't see that as being a huge crop, but they're beautiful looking little potatoes. I mean, look at there, there's some smaller ones, but those are just lovely. I'm quite pleased with those. The little tiny ones I always save, and we do little roasting potatoes. Sometimes we make up suppers for our little dog. He's quite allergic to a lot of things, so we make most of his own food, and some of the little ones I'll roast up and put into some of his food mixes. And he loves mashed potatoes, and he's not allergic to them, which is great too. Now we'll see what that. I don't think that weighs much more than 5 pounds. Now we might get a little jiggly for a bit. We're going to take you inside and weigh them out on my scales. Most of the things I do is a bit old school, so I'm going to weigh you up on an old school set of scales. Now those scales will weigh 10 pounds. And I don't think I have little P's on the end that I can make it weigh whatever we need to. I'll see if we can get it so where you can see it. 8's too heavy. 7's too heavy. 6 is too light. Let's do 6 and a bit. I think that balances out just about right. 6, I'd say 6 1/8 of a pound. Not much more. So what would that be? That's 6 pounds 2 ounces. I think that's about right. 6 pounds 2 ounces off 3 Charlotte seed potatoes. I'm quite happy with that. Have a great evening, everybody.